Hello, my name is Jill, and my daughter is Erika, and she's been working with Wendi. Oh gosh, it's been for a little over 6 months now. We found Wendi through a Zoom call that my Erika's twin brother was actually doing with his soccer team, and I really liked what she had to say and how she was, talking to the athletes, the boys. So when Erika mentioned that, she felt like she was struggling in the food area, I thought, well, I'll give Wendi a call. So I sent Wendi a message, and I really felt comfortable with her. She's a younger female. She's a Christian. She's an athlete, and she really cares about you. She's just been, super supportive of Erika, and has also given me some tips and suggestions for myself and for Austin, Erika's twin brother. I would have to say that the benefits of working with Wendi have just been the fact that when I'm like putting together my grocery list or figuring out my menu plan, I sometimes get stuck with wanting to do the same things or not be willing to try different things, and I can send Wendi an email, or I can send her a quick text. I can actually go to her website or her Instagram or Facebook and look for some recipes. If I do text her or email her, she usually gets back relatively quickly. I know she's busy, so I don't expect an immediate response. So one of the funny stories is I was on my way to a game with Erika, and we had packed some food, and it was really hot that day, and Erika was concerned about, oh, maybe I shouldn't eat this. Maybe I should eat something else. And I said, well, I'm driving, so you got to text Wendi. So she texted Wendi, and Wendi responded, and I ended up stopping and getting something else for Erika, and it made a huge difference. She wasn't, the heat didn't bother her like we thought it was going to bother her that day at the game, so that was super helpful. I would have to say, because a lot of things are virtual these days, the technology aspect of meeting with Wendi once a month has been great. When we first started out, I think we met more frequently just to get going. But now we do monthly check-ins, and the virtual aspect of this has been great because it doesn't matter where you're at, you know that you're getting Wendi and her, her advice, her wealth of knowledge, and her care when she speaks with you. I would say what has helped Erika the most with using Wendi is the fact that she's now started to understand. I mean, she is a teenager, she's an athlete, she's growing and developing. And so Wendi's helped her understand that her body needs fuel. And in order to perform at a high level and maintain focus in the classroom, you have to feed your body. You can't starve yourself and expect great results. So Erika has taken that advice to heart and really implemented it. Her level of soccer has increased. Her stamina has increased. We didn't have the injuries that we had last year. And in the classroom, she was able to stay focused all day and not feel sluggish, which is helpful. And then Wendi also helped with her evening routine, kind of shoring up the details to make sure she was getting enough rest. And so that's been super helpful. I would have to say that if you were, not sure about if you should seek out a nutritionist or not for your young athlete, I highly recommend doing it. I can do all the research I want, and I can tell my kids whatever, but it's not the same coming from a parent as it is coming from an esteemed professional. And that's what Wendi brought to the table. She really was able to talk to Erika. I didn't have to be in the room. I could be in another room, and it was totally fine because Erika actually respected the fact that there was another adult who was telling her similar things that I had already been telling her, but giving her all of the information she needed to accept the fact that her body needed fuel to perform. I highly recommend Wendi. I'm actually considering even having her help me with some stuff after things start to settle down with scheduling and just schooling and just life in general. So once things maybe get back to a little bit more of a normal schedule around here, I'll be able to, connect with Wendi and really hone in on some things that I want to work on. But there's so much information out there that you can do your own research, But I don't know. I just wouldn't trust exactly what I'm reading everywhere. I trust Wendi because I know she knows what she's talking about. And I really appreciate what she's done for Erika and a lot of the tips and suggestions I've used for the rest of the family too. So it's been great. So if you have any questions at all about your nutrition or for your growing and developing athlete, definitely seek out Wendi's advice. Thanks, Wendi.